What is up, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Maximize Minimal Living. A few weeks ago, a buddy and I were discussing the idea of the accessibility of scuba diving. If Maximize Minimal Living is all about showing people how to get out, get adventuring, and go on a journey without breaking the bank, well, then scuba diving may not be the best for most people. When you break down the cost of equipment and certifications and training, then it can cost upwards of $2,000 to get fully certified for scuba diving before you ever get to go out and dive virtually for free. So the question is, how do we get more people out exploring the ocean without having to invest the time and the money? So the answer is to move from here over to here. So all this is free diving or snorkeling. And what it allows us to do is drop all of the heavy equipment and rely solely on our lung capacity and our mental strength in order to give us the ability to interact with the marine environment. So we get rid of all of the training, all of the equipment, and really all you need is a mask, a snorkel, and a set of fins. Maybe a wetsuit if you're in chillier water or it's the middle of October like it is right now.
Freediving or snorkeling is a super effective way to get just about anyone into the water and exploring. If you can swim, you can snorkel, and even then, if you just wanted to hang out on the surface, you could easily wear a life jacket or a wetsuit that will provide you with plenty of positive buoyancy so you don't have to worry. The only major difference to me between snorkeling and freediving is that freedivers are just more serious about it, and they aim to improve their skills like their breath hold or their swimming technique to maximize the time they can spend underwater on each breath. But snorkeling is super easy and accessible for everyone, even those who have never worn a mask before or breathed through a snorkel. With a little bit of practice, it becomes second nature. Snorkeling is also a great way to take your first steps into diving. In fact, that's how I started. Way before I ever started diving, I was freediving or snorkeling. It is also completely versatile. You can do it anywhere, whether that's the open oceans of the Atlantic or shallow waters of the Caribbean Sea. Even freshwater rivers and lakes, day or night. It also allows you to see a whole lot of different animal species, from large individuals to schooling fish and even little guys. The better you get, the calmer you'll be, and the closer you'll be able to get to them without scaring them off. Snorkeling and freediving is truly the closest thing to being completely free physically. When you dive, you are weightless, and you can actively counteract gravity and hover motionlessly. But equipment can often be restricting and limit your movement. But with freediving, you ditch all the cumbersome equipment, and you're free to move in any direction at any point. It's truly a magical feeling that cannot be experienced in any other way. And the last benefit of freediving to me is, while you can improve over time in scuba diving, with freediving it's so much easier because you're actively working on it. Every time you dive down, you're working on your breath hold, your movement, conservation of energy, and when you surface, you're training your body's recovery. And so it's actually acclimatizing on a biophysical level, which I think is pretty cool.
And so it's for this reason that I think scuba diving and free diving are actually two halves of the same whole. You have to do both in order to get a true appreciation for the underwater world. And so next time you're headed to the lake for the summer, or we're allowed to travel again and you're headed to white sandy beaches and warmer weather, I strongly recommend that you pick up a mask and snorkel and bring it with you. Go on a snorkel tour. It'll open your eyes to the true marvels of the underwater world, and I can almost guarantee that it'll change your life. And to give you a good idea, I'm going to roll a few little clips of some of the great things that I've gotten to do underwater while freediving or snorkeling. thank you very much again for watching this video this week on Coastal Trails Media. And as always, definitely if you enjoyed this content, if you want to see more, if you want to learn how to make the most of your life, regardless of your income, regardless of your situation, you want to see some amazing journeys that you can go on for little to no money, definitely hit subscribe, like the video, follow me on Instagram, and I'll see you guys next week.